Hello, welcome to the Abundance Farm Chamomile patch. I've been doing a lot of the chamomile harvesting, and then Farmer Rose and Farmer Rebecca take the chamomile in and put it in a dehydrator so they can dry it out, so that people will be able to drink it for tea later when it's not actually flowering outside anymore. And I will show you how I harvest it and how you can harvest it if you have it growing in your garden. As you can see, there are like a million tiny flowers, and this is kind of time consuming, but it's also really cool because if I pick all of these flowers that you can see blooming and I come back 1 or 2 days later, these plants will be covered in flowers again that quickly. So picking your chamomile, you can let it go a few days or however long between it, but if you would like to be trying to kind of get all or most of it, you can really pick it every day or two. And then any that you don't pick while they're still, I pick them while the flower heads are really big and beautiful, like this, rather than, so this one here, all the petals kind of dried up and fell off. So I would say this one I would probably just kind of leave on the plant. And these, if they go past what you want for tea, they'll actually drop their little seeds into the soil. And they might, it's not quite dry enough to drop its seeds yet, but it will self-seed itself. And then either later in the season or even next year, more chamomile plants will grow. So it's fine if some of them go past and drop their seeds. And there are a lot of really happy bees in here also. But if you want to keep up with it, you can pick them every day or two. And here are all the ones that I've picked so far today. And you can see it hardly even looks like I've picked any. So kind of the way I pick them is either just pinching up like this, and if you get a little of the stem on the back, that's fine. That's maybe more stem than I want. So either I do it kind of up like this, or sometimes I come underneath and pinch it off. It doesn't really matter how you do it. The point is just that you're picking the flowers and you're picking them when they're really open. And then if you have a dehydrator, you could dry them in the dehydrator. They dry pretty fast since they're so small and light. You can also, if you don't have a dehydrator, that's not a problem. One way of doing it is to put them in a paper bag so they're kind of loose in there, and you can give them a shake every day or so they're not stuck to each other, and that way they're not getting dusty. Or you can spread them out on a towel, maybe put another towel over it, like on a cookie sheet or something. And check on them, and then when they're all the way dry, you can store them in a jar and have chamomile tea all winter. And I like to drink chamomile tea at bedtime or when I'm feeling stressed or unsettled. And you can put the fresh or the dry flowers in a little tea strainer or right into your cup. Yeah. Thanks, plant friends.
Thanks, plant friends.
Bye.